G'day, Sparmily here, and welcome back to our Red Bull series on Motorsport Manager using the F1 2022 Manager mod. So the first episode went up last night, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who viewed, liked, and commented on that one. It was amazing to see the amount of views it got in just 24 hours. I think it's almost at 150 now, which is incredible. A very highly anticipated series for sure. But thank you to everyone who commented. I respond to every comment below. So make sure to leave a comment, just anything, feedback, suggestion, anything down below. But make sure to leave a like in this video and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So, Jeddah GP this episode. In preparation here, we're just going to go through improving the brake parts. I think we built two last episode, so work on improving them both performance-wise and on reliability. The third brake set was finished as well, so we're going to try and get that reliability up to scratch for the race. And our next build will be our rear wing, because we've actually caught Mercedes on the engine just by improving the default engine that we get at the start of the season. And we've of course overtaken them on brakes, which had quite a bit of our attention. So hopefully we can steal that rear wing before they can steal other parts, and we'll have the best car in every area. Alright, so on to qualifying for the Jeddah GP. Now for practice Q1, Q2 we actually had decent pace. Of course in Q2 we tried our soft strategy, so go on the harder tyre, which may be obsolete now. I'm not sure if the mod's updated, but of course that rule no longer applies. We have to carry over your best time on Q2 tyre into the race. So we'll check that in the race today, because obviously that's not a rule in the real F1. It'll be interesting to see if it's implemented in the mod. But we did it anyway just for this time around, just because I wanted to make sure we had the optimal race strategy. Now, with the runs, we actually had a very good second run in Q3. Verstappen was on pole. Perez has been slightly faster all weekend, but Verstappen brought it out on the second run. However, Lewis Hamilton quite easily takes pole off us with his last run, beating us out by 6/10 of a second. So that is a huge gap. Hopefully we can bring it back in the race, but we'll just have to see what happens. Alright, welcome to race day in Jeddah. Today we've got a sunny day, which is good. Of course, this race on the last calendar was a bit later in the season, but we'll take a second race off. Of course, it's the real life calendar, but we're going to go soft tyres, race trim. You already know what we're doing with Sapajou. We still haven't got the light footed, unfortunately for him. To be honest, I forgot about it, but I'm going to look into it after I record this, just so I remember. Good setups all around it, and luckily we did choose that tyre in the second run in qualifying, because that rule still applies in the mod. Maybe we'll get removed in the update, I'm just not sure, but that's fine. Push, push, overtake, overtake, let's do it. Come on. Hamilton looked quite a bit fast, I didn't see there, 0.633 of a second. The Ferraris back there as well. The performances aren't quite tweaked yet, which is completely understandable. This mod was made about almost 2 months ago now, so the update, when it comes, will reflect that more accurately, I assume. But here we go. Perez back down in 6th. Not the best start from him, but not the worst. Verstappen in 2nd. He looked like he was a bit more on the back of Hamilton there, but Hamilton's sort of pushed away here. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Perez drops down to 7th. We've got the McLaren of Ricardo coming up behind us, which is not ideal. And Hamilton already starting to pull away, but of course he is on the harder tyre, softer tyre, sorry, so that's to be expected. We're going to cool these down a little bit, trying to get into the swing of this race. Zoom, zoom, zoom on that 2 times speed, wink, wink. More like 70 times speed, but speed manager mod coming in clutch. And tyres are in the optimal range. We're still using a bit of fuel. We're going to tell Verstappen to chill out. I'm a bit confused why Perez has still got good fuel. Is this car okay? That's a bit strange, because there's no ERS, so there's no recovery going on there. But Perez is still down in 6th. It's weird, because he's been pretty quick all weekend, but all of a sudden he doesn't have the pace. But that's fine. He's still got like plenty of time to catch up to that. But start of this race, a bit to be desired, but hopefully we can catch Hamilton. Alright, so lap 36 now. It's time to pit Verstappen, and we're some way off Hamilton, which is disappointing. He's already pitted and already 6 seconds ahead. He is on the medium tyres, which maybe he'll struggle. No, there's no way he'll struggle to get the end of those. They literally go the entire race distance. You can pretty much no stop on them. But we're not in the business of no stopping. But neither is Hamilton, to be fair. He did start in the super softs. I don't think we're going to make the super softs work. I think we're going to stick to the softs, so then we can push on that tyre if need be. You can't, if you're going from the super softs now, you'll have to go easy on them to make it to the end of the race. But Perez may be able to get a super soft stint. We'll see how we go. He is in 3rd, which is quite exciting. We're going to speed ahead here. He's still in 3rd, and Verstappen's got a bit of fuel to use. I don't know why, but Perez has been really good on the fuel this race. Again, no idea why, but it's a cheeky little thing to note that we can use a lot more fuel. Perez would be awesome if he can come through with a podium. It might offset the loss of not winning this race if he's on the podium. Right now we're trading, so nothing gained, nothing lost, which isn't ideal. I'd rather gain on Mercedes, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. Hopefully Russell can go down a few more spots. His tyres aren't looking the best. Verstappen's are overheating, but that's fine. We solved that. Look how much better light-footed is. There's only 30% difference, and Verstappen's had a pit stop, so light-footed is definitely needed for Verstappen if we want to have any chance of getting Hamilton, because on this difficulty he is just incredible, Hamilton, because they're not that behind. I've noticed that we've actually been overtaken in a couple areas on the car now, suspension and front wing. McLaren have even overtaken us on the front wing, which is less than ideal. We do not want to be behind McLaren for too long on any sort of part, because we're trying to fight Mercedes here. We're trying to go all the way. But again, Perez with the fuel. Look at him go. It's incredible. I rate it. Verstappen's got a bit of fuel to use as well. We just got to watch the tyres. We don't want to overheat them. Now, Perez could no stop here, but like I said at the start of the video, or earlier this video, we're not in the business of no stopping. We might just give it a couple more laps. I can't believe how well he's looked after his tyres and fuel today. That's the reason why he's on the podium. He's not really in danger of losing that spot anyway. We're going to chuck him on a set of super softs now. We're going to see what the pace of the super softs are like. He'll have to look after the tyre a little bit. He doesn't have light footed on this one, but that's fine. Coming into the pits you go. Hopefully we get a good pit stop here. We're not getting very good pit crew recruitment opportunities. No one really impressing me too much, but hopefully that improves out the season, because right now we're 20, 20, 20. We're 20 in every area. So I've only recruited one guy who was like 18 in tyres, so I thought he might be decent, but the crew will be getting fatigued very soon. So we've got to make sure we keep that amazing Red Bull pit crew going. We don't want to lose that while I'm in charge, or else there'll be trouble. And Verstappen's just about used his excess fuel. We're going to speed through the end of this race. We're not catching Hamilton unless something happens. Hopefully he runs out of fuel or something ridiculous. You could almost bank on him doing that in the past, but not so much. Well, he didn't do it last race. Who knows? He could do it this race. Bring it back. That's a trend I want to see back. I'm going to ride on board with him just to keep an eye on him. Final lap now. Hamilton. Perez couldn't use all the fuel today, which is incredible. I love that. But we're going to tell Verstappen to push as hard as he can, just in case. Not as hard as we can. We don't want to use out of fuel, but push, 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 just in case we see Hamilton slow a little bit. And we're going to tell Perez to give it his all as well, just because... No, we're not. Once if he crashes. He's nowhere near, and I don't think Hamilton's going to run out of fuel anyway. No, he didn't. So,
Hamilton
wins the race. We get a decent second, and then a very good third. Happy with Perez's performance today. He was really good on the car. He only put in a 1.4 on the form apparently, but I don't know how true that is. Alright, so the Jeddah GP is in the books. Next up we've got the Melbourne GP next episode. It is back-to-back weekends, only 3 days to prepare for that, so not much prep can really take place. We're going to have to take pretty much the same car to the Melbourne GP, so hopefully, I don't know, it does say it's going to rain, so hopefully we can pull out some sort of rain strategy, but anyway, that's for next time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I played around with the format a little bit. I apologize, I forgot to turn the audio on for the race, so it was just sort of me talking as opposed to the car noise and stuff. I will try and remember next time, but yeah, I also peaked the mic a little bit at the end there. That's why that was the Google Translate Hamilton. It sounded horrendous, so I thought that's the best I could do, but I'll try and fix up those little things in the next episode. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Comment down below any thoughts, feedback, suggestions. Thanks for watching.